Welcome to our fourth session of the Oasis of Your Blooming Heart. And in this session, I invite you to start to open your senses and comb through the field. I invite you to find your practice space and to allow yourself to arrive here. And as you are arriving, feeling yourself opening your skin, opening your breath with a soft movement to your body in a way that feels good and in a way that feels beautiful. In this session, we are tapping into our three treasures, and we're tapping in to beauty, the beauty way, the beauty path, the intrinsic beauty within you and all around you. It is so rich and alive. And as you comb through this field, start to move in a way that you come in contact with and express your beauty. Breathing and arriving into your oasis, creating this field of safety all around you, this sanctuary of our practice. And as we begin and come in contact with the beauty, as you look through your space, all around you, as you smell the aroma, as you taste the flavors and feel the aliveness on your skin, you are arriving at the gate of beauty. And this gate simply opens itself, unfurls itself at your presence. And as this gate unfurls, it asks you, my love, what needs to be released here so you can recognize your beauty, so you can recognize just how lovely and beautiful you are. So at this gate, at this unfolding, unfurling gate of beauty, bringing your hands and feet together, finding your center, coming into alignment with the truth, and with a humble bow, laying down, shedding, releasing, letting go of anything and everything that is interfering with your perception of your own beauty. Releasing, letting it go, softening it, peeling it away. And as you start to give it to Gaia, as you start to let it go, feel your feet on the earth, and gradually unfurl your spine as you emerge, as you bloom and blossom and open yourself to our practice today. And when you're ready, stepping across the threshold and staying in that sensuous, delightful, sensitive, alive space, drop into water waves and feel into this field of formless possibility, this field of beauty and love and joy. As you drop into the water waves, there is this light-hearted, buoyant, gentle movement as we come in contact with this water who always remembers, is always listening. And so as we play for a moment in the waters and feeling the sunlight on your skin and on the top, on the surface of the water, beaming through the water, distilling it, clarifying it, purifying the water. As we play in this formless energy, we know as Qigong practitioners, we shift from form to formlessness. We are incarnating into this body in this lifetime to bring light into form. So start to tap on your body, come into contact of the form of your physical body as you drop into knocking on the door of life. And just simply let your hands knock on your low back and on your abdomen as you gently turn from your hips and your waist, keeping your spine upright, top of your head lifted. Opening your body, releasing and letting go. We're still in that place of shedding anything that isn't beauty. And as we come in contact with the water of our kidneys and the earth of our abdomen, of our spleen, coming in contact with that fertile, rich mud where seeds grow, where lotuses grow, where gardens grow, where bodies, lives grow. The mud of our oasis. Now bringing one hand up to your chest and to your heart, and one down low, still connected to the waters. Breathing deep into your body, opening, creating warmth, creating space, knocking on these key pressure points to release grief and open our chest and our heart so we can breathe deeper, we can move freer, we can feel more and move through emotions. We are dynamic. Warming our body, alivening our spine, twisting, wringing out all the tension. And bringing our hands back down to our waist, down to our lower Dantian. Appreciating the form, the density of our body, the weight, the substance of our body, the safety of our body. And then we drop back into water waves. And we release everything that's been stirred, everything that's been activated into the water to be dissolved. And as we do, there is a sweetness, a smile on our face, a softness, almost like I'm seeing a mimosa flower. There's a delicate aroma of this blooming. And it's as if you can see the flowers, mimosa flowers, petals floating on the water now. All the things that you release. On one level in your mind, you may not have liked it, but in this world, it transforms into flower petals floating on the surface of the water. Allowing this movement to gradually work itself out, gradually slowing down and unwinding, gradually moving towards stillness. My headphones just went out. Can you all still hear me? Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, moving towards stillness. Feeling this aliveness, this beauty inside you, opening up a little wider, sitting down. We're going to shift your weight, turn your waist, let your spine follow, then your head. Move like a river, shift and turn. Shift, turn, let your spine sway as you root down, anchor down, becoming strong with your stance, becoming powerful and gentle and fluid. One fluid movement. There's not a stop anywhere. It's one unified, silky movement. And it's strong and flexible, creating resiliency. Move like a river. And we're working on this form, right? And we've met the snake in this form. So move like a snake. And I guess I'll just tell you, spoiler alert, we're about to meet a dragon tonight. So move as a river, as a dragon. And now find yourself returning to the center and keep your stance low, but sit up just for a second. Sinking down, developing the stamina, the strength. Summertime is a time to like build strength. Okay, so we're going to turn our toes and we're going to coil like a snake. So turn your toe, turn your heel. As you exhale, you press your hands away from each other as you look behind you toward your back hand. Separate your hands. Breathe into your spine. Separate your head from your tail. Inhale. Keep your hands low. Adjust your feet. Return to the center. Sit down. Inhale, exhale, toe, heel, twist, stretch. Press your hands away from each other. Breathe, lengthen. Inhale, adjust your feet. Keep your hands low. Keep your hands on your hips here. It's called your quad, this area. And just for time's sake, we're going to move like a river. And now we'll return to center. Sit, stay seated. Feel this strength. You can start to walk your feet in just a little bit. And as you sit up, you're still seated, but your spine is up now. You wait for a second and you might start to feel the heat. You want to start to feel that heat if you can. See, I'm starting to feel it rise up. So once you feel it rise, then you rise up and you inhale and it's like you capture the heat. Capture that power. Capture that energy. Now let your hands be like the lid on a pot. Collect that heat, that power, that energy, that light, that love. Collect it and draw it back down. Use your hands, your Lao Gong, it's called place of toil, place of work. Your hands are literally working here to bring the energy back down out of your head, out of your heart, down into your belly, down to your digestion, and seal it in. You can walk your feet in a little bit if you want. So they're shoulder width. I have something on my foot. And drop your mind down into your lower dantian. And start to make a circle, sealing this energy in. And make a circle the other direction. And these are the points and the places to linger, to be in stillness, to listen. As you fill the Dantian with your attention, beautiful. Let's go ahead here now and uncoil a little bit more. We're going to bring our mind down into our ankles and gently make circles with your ankles, opening your ankles, bringing beauty, listening, softness, and joy, and tender and care and respect to your ankles and now into your knees. Soft, smooth. Your ankles are still circulating, so are your knees. And now the energy starts to rise up into your hips. Nice, round. Let this movement feel good. Let this movement bring you pleasure. Let this movement open you. As this energy rises and this beauty rises up through your waist, up into your chest, up into your heart. Now you've got it all swirling around, swirling in love and beauty. You're opening yourself. Ah, feeling how it's opening your shoulders and your neck. And now we are cleansing our body from the inside out. So we're going to let this water, like our attention is like water, and we're going to let this water-like energy pour down out of our chest. And as it does, it carries with it any stuckness, tension, anything, the residue that we don't want to carry in our hearts anymore. We're going to let it pour down. And it's going to pour down into our hips. And it's not going to get stuck there. It's going to pour all the way through. It's going to gather more and pour all the way through like water, down out of our hips, down into our knees. And down into our ankles, and pulling a plug at the root of your being down into the earth like flowing water through a stream, just carrying with it everything that's ready to be released that doesn't serve the structures that you're building now. Leaving you feeling open and radiant, clear, beautiful, alive. Going the other direction now, keeping our mind down into our ankles, soft circles, coiling, smooth, round circles, helping create balance. Now, to your knees. Just go as far as your body wants to go. It does not have to be deep. It just wants to be smooth and gentle. And now it's rising up into our hips, into our thighs, into our abdomen, our back, the pelvis, exploring your range of motion, creating harmony, smoothness. And there's a gentle confidence here. And this energy rises up now, rises up into your chest, opening your chest, your lungs, your heart, your diaphragm, your shoulders, opening it up. Oh, so beautiful, swirling, twirling spheres, cleansing, purifying, tending to ourselves from the inside. And now as this energy pours back down, it carries with it all the debris, all the residue, all the film, all the density that we are no longer carrying in our hearts and in our chest, and we're letting it flow down, down through our hips, down through, all the way through our hips, down into our knees, down through our knees, down all the way through our ankles, down through the soles of our feet, down through our roots, down into Gaia, cleansing, washing, purifying, leaving us to feel open, radiant, whole, and spacious. Breathing into this sensation. This is what love feels like. Beautiful. Okay. We'll spread our feathers. Now this is the spreading the feathers specifically for the heart channel. So we're going to drop into our wave breathing. So take that moment to let your attention drop down into your breath. You know wave breathing well. You're going to breathe in, belly, ribs, chest. And there's a pause. And then you exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And there's a pause. Let's do that for a moment. Breathing in and out. Coming to your stance. Breathing in, gathering energy as your hands coil through and your fingers come forward. Your pinky leads the way as your palms turn upright. Soften, inhale, gather. As you gather, your hips go back. And then when your hands come forward, your hips come forward. Your hands extend outward. And the top of your head lifts as your chin tucks. Now take all your fingers and bring all your fingers together. And then point that beak. It's like a bird's beak. Point that beak toward you. So there should be an engaged feeling, not too tight, but enough to be like, oh, okay, I feel this. Taking a nice deep breath, inhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling and lowering your ear to one side. As you exhale, chin to chest. Stay on that same side. Inhaling back. Rolling your ear across your shoulder. And then exhaling. Rolling your ear across your shoulder, chin to your chest on that same side. Explore your range. Listen to what's here. Take your time. This is your practice. Breathing and opening these pathways. One more time on this side. And the next time your chin makes it down, with your exhale, just inhale up the other side. Rolling your ear across your shoulder, opening these channels. Breathing, softening, opening, releasing, allowing. Taking your time to listen, moving in your own way, trusting your movement. And as you exhale, this will be our last one. So when your chin makes it to your chest, just simply soften your hands, let your head roll up the center. Feel this aliveness, this buoyancy, this beauty. And we're going to capture this, right? And we're going to work with this, and we're going to start opening the flow to the 6 directions. So make sure your feet are under your shoulders and explore this movement in the beginning. It's just an exploration. Notice how your weight shifts forward and back on your feet, keeping your toes and heels always on the floor. There is this gentle weight shift, and then it helps this energy move through your body. This is an incredibly simple form, but it's also really an advanced practice to let your mind and your attention merge into the movement. Become so absorbed into the movement as you drop into the flow. And as you're exploring opening the flow, letting your hands rise, your wrists are leading the way. And when your hands float down, your wrists are also leading the way, so your fingers follow. It's like when your hands rise, your fingertips are pointing down, your spine is unfurling, and as your hands float down, your knees are softening, and your fingertips are the last thing to arrive. We're about to transition to opening the flow to the sixth direction. So when your hands make it to the top, drop your elbows. And when you're ready, press forward, open your Laogong, open your hands and gently sit down a little bit. Inhale, soften your hands. Draw energy back as you rise back up, not all the way up, but most of the way. Drop your elbows and now let your fingertips grow out to your sides, keeping your hands in your visual frame so you can see both hands. And as your hands grow, you rise. Top of your head lifts, you rise. And then when you're ready, soften your hands. There's a gentle sinking to your body, to your elbows. Your hands become soft. You're drawing energy back, and you turn your palms to face one another. Sense and feel and listen to the space between your palms. And sense and feel, listen to the space in your head and between your ears. With sensing and feeling, observing and listening to your Shen, your consciousness, your spirit. This part of your Shen is local, it's in your body, and it's non-local. It's beyond you, beyond this body. Bringing your hands down to the heart level, listening to the space between your palms and the space in your chest, in between your ribs. Remembering that your heart wants plenty of room to open and unfurl. And so if there's any pressure, just open a little bit more to release the pressure. And then letting your hands float down now out of that middle Dantien, out of the Qi realm, down into your lower Dantien, down to the Jing, to the essence, to the form. And then we'll open the flow. We'll drop our hands, push. There's an action, there's an aliveness. You are active. And now you're being receptive as your hands come back, drawing something, you're receiving, magnetizing it to you. And then you grow and you reach out and you expand and you reach for it. And it's growing, it's pulling you to it. And now you soften, and whatever was pulling you, that light, that desire, that love, that essence, you draw it to you, that beauty, and infuse your mind, your brain with beauty as your hands float down, as your heart opens and unfurls with more beauty, and then you bring that beauty down into your body, to the density of your form. We open the flow one more time. And we press, we press, we receive, drawing back. And we reach, we grow, we extend, we expand, we bloom. And now we magnetize like the flower, that mimosa or that magnolia. Now the bees come, sip our nectar of our mind, of our spirit mind. Ooh, and the bees come and sip the nectar of our beautiful heart, and the bees come to our body, and we are pollinated. Woo, beautiful. Bringing our hands here, we're about to drop into the flow. You can do this as many times as you want, but now we're going to step out, and we're about to tigress gathers her cubs. We're about to sweep our Dantian. So that hand sweeps around, the palm, the back of the hand leads. Now turn the palm toward you. As you shift your weight, this hand comes towards you. Now, when you turn your waist, this hand, it's as if you have a window here in the front, and it pushes, directs the energy into the middle, and then it pushes it all the way through. And while that happens, this other hand just naturally is ready to draw new energy in. So you shift your weight, turn your waist, bringing fresh energy into the front, all the way through your body as this other hand sweeps across. Sweeping your dantian, sweeping your temple floors, shift your weight, turn your waist, bringing fresh energy in, old energy out. Breathing in beauty and breathing out beauty through the front and through the back. Right into your navel and right through Mingmen. Sweeping your temple floor. Creating a beautiful entrance and exit to your temple. Harmonizing, beautifying your temple. Sweeping in the front and out the back. Letting your hands rise now, coming toward your heart, opening this middle room, your middle dantian, this formless place of feelings, of emotions, of this is called Qi, this formless energy. And this is one of the main rooms of your temple. It is the most open, spacious, and beautiful. It is filled with love. So as you sweep your hands across, sweeping your temple, you are bringing in beauty and you are releasing beauty in the front and beauty out the back. Continuing now, moving upwards toward your upper dantian. Your palm comes toward your forehead as you bring energy into the front of your head and out the back. Into the Shen, into this consciousness, into this spirit, into the eternal space of unifying unity of divine. This is the place where you realize you are made of God stuff and starlight. So bringing in beauty and moving beauty all the way through, sweeping your dantians. This is opening the attic window, this very top window, as if your temple was a lighthouse. You're clearing the windows of the lighthouse so the light can enter and beam out. Beauty and light into the front and through the back. And we start to move and work our way back down, all the way back down through our heart, sweeping the temple, and then back down through to our Dantien, our lower Dantien, coming back to the base, to the foundation, to the structure, to the temple floors, down to the basics, down trusting our instincts, our primal nature, infusing our whole body, the divine parts and the primal parts, with beauty and love. Starting to slow this down, and as you do, bring your feet a little bit closer, and you're starting to move your hands just now in front of your body. And we're just simply doing this to thicken the chi, and to transition this movement into bringing all that energy into your Dantien. And I'm going to bring my feet back underneath my hips, underneath my shoulders. And resting your hands. And I'm actually going to bring my feet together and let the backs of my hands touch as I let my hands rise to my heart. Softly pause here for a moment. We're shifting to snake sheds its skin. So we're in this time of so much time of remembering our radiance and our essence through letting go, yet still remaining ourselves. And the beauty of the summertime is reminding us that we're solar and we can gather all this light to carry with us through the rest of our life and the rest of the season. And so the snake, we're just going to do one or two passages of this. You're going to open your hands and now squeeze your buttocks as you open yourself and let your hips come forward, your belly forward, your chest and heart forward, your neck forward as your hands float down. You're like in a vulnerable, open place, showing your underbelly. And now soften your glutes and let your hands rise, and it starts to gather all the abundance, all the beauty, all the love, and all the light. And bring it to you, and like a snake, open your mouth and swallow it whole. And as you swallow it, swallow your saliva and let your hands float down. And you're bringing all this goodness in, so much so that you're filling yourself so full of this goodness and of this light and of this beauty and love that the old stuff that you don't need anymore just must come out. And it purges as you cleanse and as you shed your skin from the inside.
As your hands sweep around now, since you've purged, you feel lighter. The backs of your hands come close together as you unfurl your spine and you rise up. And as you rise up, your elbows drop, your heart opens, and you sweep and gather, 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 and return to your heart, fingertips up. Snake sheds its skin. From here, swimming dragon, the snake rises, it sublimates and becomes the dragon. The dragon must first call forth its circle. It's recognize all of its resources. So you're going to look toward one side and your hips are going to go the other direction, and you point your fingers and you gather. You eyes open and you look, and you are gathering all your people, all your resources, all your supplies, all your love, all the materials you need. And you gather and you make a circle and you return to your heart. And now this dragon starts to swim, and so hands go up. I realize I'm not giving a super detailed explanation, but your fingertips rise at an angle, and your eyes go the opposite direction. As your hands go up, you look down over your shoulder. Your knees are together, and you're looking over your shoulder. Now you bring your hands directly overhead as your knees are together and you're squatting down just a little bit. Now your hands come around to the other side, fingertips up. Look over your shoulder. From here, turn your hands so your fingers are pointed toward your throat, and your hands, like your hands are laying at the side, and you press your hands through your throat as you look over your shoulder in the other direction. Now you keep your hands close to your body, turn your hands over, and sweep your hands across your middle dantian as you look over your shoulder, the other direction. Now you turn your hands and you sweep your hands low. This is the dragon's tail. It sweeps directly in front of your lower dantian. And then over to the other side as you look over your shoulder. And now you turn your hands over and you sweep across your middle dantian as your hips and head go the opposite direction. Now your fingertips point through your throat as your head and hips look the other direction. And now you bring your hands up over your head. And at the center point, if you can, you rise and grow and lift. And now you lower your hands. The middle finger is touching and it's drawing this energy down through your crown, down through your upper dantian, down through your middle dantian, and down into your lower dantian. Pause here. Let your hands deliver the chi into your lower dantian. As you breathe and soften your knees, soften your hips. Allow yourself to integrate. Breathing. Swimming dragon. This is also called 3 circles around the moon. This is a form of so much beauty and wisdom and strength and resiliency and magic. Hands up, fingertips up. Call your circle, other direction, look. Hips go one way, hands go the other. Eyes open intentionally. Draw, look, receive, be open, be active. You're consciously crafting your life and you're calling it to you, to your heart. Humble. We're going the opposite direction now. So your fingertips are rising at an angle as you look down over that opposite shoulder. As you look down, your body sinks, your hands rise. Bring your hands over the top of your head, over your crown while your body sinks. Now let your hands float to the other side as you look over the opposite shoulder, fingertips up. Point your fingertips toward your throat as your hands go through your throat as you look over the opposite shoulder. Hips and eyes go the opposite direction of your hands. Keep your hands close to your body. Turn your palms over. Turn your palms and now sweep across your middle dantian as your eyes and your hips go the opposite direction of your hands. Turn your palms over, low now. Sweep your hands directly in front of your middle dantian. And now hips and eyes go the opposite direction. Turn your hands, rising up through your middle dantian, crossing your middle dantian, looking over your shoulder. Now, fingertips come up, and now the fingertips go toward toward your throat as your hips and hands go the opposite direction. Bring your hands up over your crown, and now rise up. Rise up, lift. And when you're ready, you lower yourself as you do. You're drawing this love, this light, this beauty down through your middle, through your upper dantian, your middle dantian, down into your lower dantian. Sealing it in. Breathing, relaxing, softening your knees, softening your hands, letting your hands have as much full contact with your body. Like if there's a place that's not really touching, make it touch really well. Thumbs are in your navel. Your fingertips might be touching your pubic bone. It's not tight, but there's full connection. Breathe into the space behind your hands. Soften your belly. From here, it's time for us to complete today. So we are going to inhale up, rising up, and we are gathering and pulling down the heavens. And so we're integrating this practice, taking the time you need to smooth out and bring harmony to these three centers. So you feel unified and integrated, inhaling up. Smoothing, integrating, completing. And you're bringing this energy that we stirred and came in contact with, this beauty, we're bringing it in, sealing it into our bodies. So it's going deeper than just our thoughts. It's going into the skin, into the tissues, into the bones, into the marrow. Really feeling this energy going deeper and deeper and deeper into your body. And as your hands float down, your body sinks down. And as your hands rise, you rise. Sinking this in, completing your practice, washing your body with beauty and harmony. Last one, inhaling up. Just take all the time you need with this one and just really send it all down. Send it all down so everything above your hands is crystalline, light, bright, clear, clear waters. And as you float down, that lotus can bloom and all this stuff goes down to the mud and seal it in. Shen up, chi down, nourish life. Breathe into your center. Walk the beauty way. Beautiful. Letting it all just settle in to your center. Yeah, such a beautiful practice. We're about to bow out. So we rise, right hand makes a fist, rise to the occasion. Beauty rises and shines and flourishes and blooms. And let this beauty become receptive, magnetic, and bring it to your heart. And together we bow. We bow to each other. We bow to the practice. We bow to our teacher's teacher, and the teacher within. Drawing this back to your heart, but you know we do not keep it here. We let it come down into your Dantian. Step back across the threshold, back into your life. And I'll be so curious what you received from this practice. And you're invited to journal about beauty, the beauty way, the beauty path, and how you live and share your beauty.